My name is Amanda Gilmore. I am the Product Director of Temenos AML, the Temenos Anti-Money Laundering Solution. Temenos is ranked globally as the #1 vendor in core banking systems. Temenos AML is the most accurate real-time processing and detection engine on the market. It's also the fastest and most configurable. With any AML solution, casting too broad a net means that you may catch too much. Casting too small a net means you may not catch what you should. Temenos AML effectively manages this balance. Our intelligent detection engine implements the net that is right for you. This substantially reduces the burden of expensive false positives. We recognize the importance of secure and ethical banking, and we believe that in today's rapidly changing legislative landscape, it's not enough to simply provide a software program. We work with regulatory authorities, representatives of the banking industry, and our user community worldwide to develop and refine our software. Temenos AML is used across the range of the Temenos community, from small local banks to the world's largest high-volume institutions. Here is a closer look at how our business solution is the best available. Introducing AML Profile, our solution to the business problem of detecting and preventing transactions which are not the normal pattern for an individual or customer segment. AML Profile adapts to your financial institution's activities and clients. It is configurable by users. It routes relevant alerts to the right people, and it has a quick and easy implementation. Profiling is based on bank-defined surveillance rules, following a risk-based approach. Profile will, in either batch or real time, detect any irregularity in the behavioral pattern of a customer in a segment or a profile. Typically, we use scenarios like the velocity or frequency of payments over or during a period of time. It's also important to look at the cumulative patterns on transactions and the regularity or irregularity of transactions. Managing risk and risk-associated legislation generates significant amounts of information. Our series of interactive dashboards provides the right risk information to the right people when they need it. Operations and hits are stored in a data warehouse, hence enabling a full audit trail and the production of different reports for internal audit, regulatory authorities, typically suspicious activity reports, archives, and statistical databases. Transactions and account activity are forwarded to AML Profile. AML Profile will return a message immediately. The back office system provides activity messages via TCP/IP or MQ, for example. The account, counterparty, segmentation, and activity information are also provided by the back office. The risk score result defines the action based on the customer profile. Introducing AML Screen. AML Screen is a versatile engine that adapts to your institution's requirements. It screens customer databases, payments, and any other type of transaction. AML Screen is one of the fastest screening engines on the market. We can process a transaction in 20 milliseconds, and we can scan in excess of 1.5 million transactions per day in production. Temenos AML Screen is an open technology which fits the operational needs of any financial institution. And most importantly, it exhibits the lowest possible level of false positives, thus minimizing the impact on operational systems and costs. The product has a number of integrated modules which all collectively manage the sanctions and watchlist screening function. The Watchlist Manager imports and enhances public, private, or commercial lists. We load the lists into a file which is contained in memory, and this is how the product is the fastest on the market. In Temenos, we do not refer to a whitelist, we refer to skips. And as part of this module, the Watchlist Manager as we call it, we use skips to manage false positives. For example, you may have a customer called Robert Mugabe, who lives at 19 Flower Street in London. Obviously, you do not want all of his payments to be stopped when they match against a sanctions list, so you create in our system an item that we would call a skip. This means that the next time that it hits Robert Mugabe of 19 Flower Street in London, it will skip and his payment will be processed accordingly. AML Screen has validation rules. It also includes a flexible workflow management framework structure, which uses all user interactions with the system. You can define the roles and access rights. You can configure context-based validation and workflow. And as is the Temenos standard, a 4i review process is provided by default. Taking it from the top, we have literal screening. This includes permutations and abbreviations, participles, punctuation, and aliases. We also now have, which is becoming more and more of a requirement, character-based literal screening. This is also known as compression. An additional screening method we have, which is absolutely proprietary to Temenos, is what we call lexical analysis. These lexicons contain elements such as country identification, the ISO country codes, and the deductions of the city name from the country code. We are also very strong on the financial institution identification. We do this using free text from descriptions and from financial identifiers. Relaxed pattern matching is possibly the most complex algorithm we have in the screening engine, and this is where words are compared with a tolerance for approximation. Temenos uses a combination of 3 algorithms, which significantly increases accuracy and flexibility. AML Screen linguistics filtering is sensitive to cultural variations. It detects names written in local languages and dialects, and it compares these names with official watch lists. A significant key differentiator of Temenos AML Screen is the ability to treat and handle multi-character sets. We handle Cyrillic, Arabic, and Chinese. There is constant global debate about managing costs around false positives. The elegance behind Temenos AML Screen means the software can identify repeating possible skips, and therefore will substantially reduce your net false positive rate. Like Temenos AML Profile, we also provide the full data model and access to the database. We consider that it is your data and your database, and is therefore open to interrogation by your selected business intelligence tools. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to hearing from you.